Plaintiff Gregory McGraw is suing his former friend and employee for unpaid loans. Gregory says he helped get the defendant out of a crack house and onto his feet. And now the defendant refuses to repay him for several loans. Defendant Jamie Sir admits he was addicted to meth and cocaine and even served a year in prison on drug charges. But Jamie claims Gregory was once an addict, so he should be more understanding of his problems.
Gregory McGraw is suing his former friend, Jamie Sir, for unpaid loans and breach of contract. All right, Gregory, why are you here today?
Well, Your Honor, I met Jamie when he was about 13 years old. A group of us became friends through high school. We stayed as friends. We kept in touch over the years, and just, I would guess about 2 to 3 years ago or so is when I reconnected with Jamie. And with the help of my best friend, Todd, we got Jamie out of a crack house, got him back on his feet.
You in a crack house, Jamie?
I was addicted to drugs, but I was not living in a crack house.
You were an addict at the time?
Yes, I was an addict. Yes,
what were you addicted to?
I was doing meth and cocaine and other different drugs. I admit that.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We got him out of the situation. We got him back on his feet, helped him out. Both of us gave him money to put a roof over his head, clothes on his back, food in his stomach.
Did he help you out, Jamie?
He's making it sound like he's my benefactor or something. He did help me out, but he didn't, it wasn't all what he's making it out to be.
Well, what did he do for you?
We were both addicted to drugs.
True?
No.
Go ahead.
My problem was a little bit worse than his. I admit that. And I was arrested for it in 2002. And I got sentenced in 2006. I got out in February of 2007 where we reunited. And
so you come out of jail?
Yeah, I come out of prison. And
does he give you a job?
And he offers me a job, yes.
Kind of a benefactor. Not that many people, Jamie, getting out of jail get a job right away. In fact, I hear it all the time in this courtroom. They can't get a job because they've been in jail.
Well, I was working temporary jobs as well.
All right, you're not grateful. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gregory.
At that point, Jamie did get a full-time job working at it was called Cedar Memorial. He was a grave digger. And throughout that year or so, a couple times all over the last couple years, I'd taken him to rodeos with me that he'd help me out at.
I see you have that jacket on. What's the deal with you?
I'm a vendor at rodeos.
You're a what?
I'm a vendor. I sell things that light up and blink to kids. Necklaces, roses, wands.
What's that got to do with the rodeo?
That's what I do. And then what Jamie did.
The things that light up and blink, are they rodeo stuff?
Yeah.
Like bulls and cowboys and stuff like that?
Yeah, toys for the kids.
Did you bring any with you?
No, I didn't, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Over that time, me and Todd had gave Jamie quite a bit of money, and I was into him for probably over $1,000. And I went to him at one time, and I told him, through a series of events, I said, I forgive you for this debt, and we're going to start a clean slate. And in February of...
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
Did he forgive you a debt?
There was no debt. It was all a drug thing from the past. And that,
was it a drug debt?
Yeah, it was a drug debt.
He forgave the drug debt?
Yes.
He forgave a debt?
Wasn't a drug debt.
But look,
maybe you're using the money for drugs.
It doesn't matter because he's not suing you for it. And if he did, I wouldn't allow it because he'd have unclean hands.
I understand.
But go ahead.
But anyway, he'd fell in a hole. And
the grave digging hole?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He fell in the hole?
Fell in the hole and hurt his arm.
How do you get out of one of those holes?
Well, they're about 7-foot holes. I fell and I pulled my shoulder, and basically the work was physical. Yeah. And he offered me a chance to work with him again, and I accepted. I was single. It was fun. I could travel for free, and he was paying me money. I wasn't tied down to anything in particular.
He came through for you. It was perfect.
And I admit, and he was a good friend.
It's about time.
I'm not denying that.
Go ahead, Gregory.
Well, we started working in February of 2008. And so I was helping him out along that also too, giving him advances and that. I was concerned that he was wasting a lot of it on drinking. And I approached him about that. But I said, as long as it doesn't interfere with your work, hey, that's fine. That's your life, your prerogative.
Excuse me, Your Honor. That he's exaggerating. And he knows that I was not drinking. And he knows basically, I had clean and sober. Since I got out of prison, clean and sober. I might have a drink occasionally at a bar. He did as well with me. But that does not mean I was an alcoholic. He wants to say that I spent all my money on drinking. That is not true.
Who cares? I don't care where you spent your money on drinking.
The money that I asked him for, the advances, was to help me out with debts and bills. I lost my place. I lost where I lived.
So you're asking him for advances on your wages?
Yes. And I had asked him for this prior and paid those off. And
Did he pay them off?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Do you have any proof?
Yes, I do. I have a whip signed that he signed right here for you.
That is a different debt. This is the debt we're talking about today. I'm talking about before that.
That first debt was forgiven. I think he's talking about. But anyway, the end of September was when I approached him and told him I had 2 big rodeos coming up, and it just so happened they're going to interlap over the same weekend. The ending of one is the same weekend as the beginning of another. Mm-hmm. So I told him, okay, here's the plan. Mm-hmm. I said, we're going to go to Oklahoma. I'll be there with you the first night. And then I would go to Texas. And then I would be there Friday, Saturday, come back and pick him up on Sunday, and we would go back to Texas.
You go back together?
No, we go back to Texas and finish that show out together. On my way back to Oklahoma. To get him, to go back to Texas, I get a call. I noticed I missed a call about 4:30 in the morning. So I called him back, and he says, well, I'm at the airport. I got a call from a relative that my mom had a heart attack. I don't know the details, but they said, get home now. I said, fine, if that's the case, go. I said, we'll deal with this, in a couple days. So he goes home, and I went back, picked the stuff up, and noticed a discrepancy in what he said was sold and what I had left for product. So I started looking into that, and I went and talked to the girl that was helping him.
What did you conclude?
I concluded there was, quite a little bit of money missing.
So what are you suing him for today, Gregory?
I am suing him for, I found out that he lied to me about his mom having a heart attack.
She didn't?
No, she didn't.
I know. And I admitted that to him, and I apologized to him.
So why not tell me the truth?
I told you the truth, and I apologized to you. And he just consistently would just badger me.
Why did you tell him the truth instead of throwing your mother under the bus, saying your mother had a heart attack? Now, who uses their mother as an excuse?
I met my girlfriend in July, and the long distance relationship wasn't working. I had told him a month and a half prior that this was going to be my last rodeo. I did. And when I got there, we had an argument on the phone Sunday night, and it was basically about me being gone. And I basically had to choose between this job or losing her.
Dump the girlfriend. You got to make a living.
I didn't want to. I knew I could go back home and get another job. I care about her a lot. She's very important to me. I'm crazy about her. And it didn't matter to me. And I wasn't thinking straight. And I admit I did lie.
All right, you lied to him.
I'm
what
sorry.
Are you suing him for?
The money that he owes me, which was, he took off with...
Did you loan him money to go visit his mother?
He took the money. I didn't tell him.
He said it was okay.
He said it was okay.
He said it was okay.
Forget the mother thing.
That's why we signed the promissory.
I'm mad at you about that. But he gave you money for whatever reason. $800. Loan for the rent and bills, $800. Loan for transportation, $100. He gave you $200. Now you're saying breach of contract, $3,500.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have nobody to work with me in Texas.
Gregory, here is the problem. The problem is, I'm going to deal with him in a minute. The problem is that unless there is an employment contract between the two of you, which says that in the event you leave me without the appropriate notice, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever, then you are liable and I can sue you. But if I'm working at McDonald's, okay, and I decide to quit, that's my favorite place, and I decide to quit, they can't sue me and say, look, we lost all this money because you were supposed to come to work. Okay? Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is, he was a godsend. I'm sorry. He was a godsend. And he was good to you, and he helped you out, and when other people wouldn't have helped you out. So at the end of the day, you owe him for rent, you owe him for the $800, you owe him $1,500. And on the breach of contract, as far as I'm concerned, Gregory, the most I'm going to give you is about $150. So I'm going to give you $1,650. You're a good guy. I don't see a lot of anger. I give you a lot of credit. Jamie, you got a lot of making up to do. When you look back on your life at the end of the day, there are very few people that you can count who've helped you out when you've been down and out. People love you when you're on top. They love you when they think they can get something from you. But when you're down in the gutter, they walk over you. This guy didn't do it. Give him some respect. Verdict for the plaintiff.